Hello, Fred Douglas, and welcome to another music lesson on YouTube here. So today we're going to focus on the book, our one Seaford book, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. And we're going to be learning a little bit about world music from Africa today, different instruments, and at the end we're going to listen to a song together. So to start off, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind is based in a country in Africa. And let me open, there's a little map right at the beginning here. So right at the beginning of the book, everyone should have had one of these mailed home to them. So right at the beginning of the book, this story is based in a country called Malawi. And it is in East Africa. And right at the beginning on the very first page, the narrator, William, talks about his country where he's from, Malawi, and he calls it like a flatworm. So let's take a look at, so I'm in the Quaver's World Music page. I'm going to click on Africa. We're going to focus on the instruments at first. So he calls it a flatworm burrowing its way through Namibia, Mozambique, and Tanzania looking for a little room. So let's take a look at the map right here. This little area, if you can see that little flatworm right in this eastern area of Africa, is the country Malawi, where our story takes place and where William is from. And he also calls it the warm heart of Africa. So let's take a look. For starters, we have 4 different instruments that we're going to take a look at together today. So we're just going to go through the line and learn a little bit about each one of them. Okay, so let's get started with the first instrument, the djembe. And when we go through all of these different instruments, we're going to go through a short little video from Quaver explaining the instrument that we're talking about. It's about a minute, very short. Then we're going to go through, look at the instruments themselves. We're going to talk about how to play each of the instruments, and then at the end we're going to have a little challenge. So first I want to let you know that for these challenges, they are going to be a playing challenge. So right here, I have this small little hand drum from our music classroom at Fred. So I'm going to be using the drum for some of the challenges. But if you don't have a drum, you can always, we're going to be clapping, we're going to be using body percussion for our challenges as well. So let's get started with our djembe short little introduction video.
This is a djembe, a type of membranophone with a single head stretched over a goblet-shaped receptacle. How weird. Have a look. Djembes can be found in a variety of sizes, from big to medium to small. Maybe not that small, but small. The djembe originates from countries in West Africa, such as Guinea, Mali, Senegal, and the Ivory Coast. Djembe, the spelling of the word is kinda weird. D-J-E-M-B-E. And it all started with, with us, the French. We studied and described African drumming to the rest of the world. But, alas, the French language has no hard J sound. So we added a D to the front of djembe to spell it D-J-E-M-B-E. Pronounced in French, Djembe. Thank you. But in English, the D is silent. Djembe. Time for the djembe review. A djembe is a membranophone from countries in West Africa, like Guinea, Mali, Senegal, and the Ivory Coast. Here's the facts. Djembes are found in all different sizes, from big to medium to small. The djembe is a single-headed drum. Remember, the D is silent. Djembe. D-J-E-M-B-E. Great work.
So the first instrument that we're going to look at together is the djembe. And here is our little 360 view of the djembe, and take a look at the shape of it. It has that wider part at the top, and then it goes down and it's a little bit thinner. So in music class, in our drumming club, we had a few djembes in our classroom. So we have a few bigger ones, and then we also have a small little tiny one, just like we watched in the video. There are a lot of different sizes of djembes, and they can be different. The ones that we have in our classroom don't look quite like this one. They're a little bit more colorful, and they don't have those ropes on the side of the larger part at the top, but they do have the same shape. So for this djembe with those strings that are on the side, what happens is that the player will hold it by the side and actually grip the ropes, and when they pull them tighter, the drum head on the top will become tighter or looser, and it'll change the pitch of the djembe. So let's read on the side here. So traditionally, these drums are 12 inches in diameter, so that means across, about the size of 3 hamburgers placed side by side. The drum skin is pulled tight with ropes at the sides of the drum. These ropes hold the skin in place and create the pitch of each drum. Alright, so how to play it. If you were again in drumming club, we learned about the 3 different ways to play our djembe. So there is a bass tone. So I'm going to try to demonstrate on my little hand drum, and it's not a djembe, so the sounds aren't going to sound exactly the same as a djembe would, but I'm going to do the best I can with my little hand drum. So the first one we're going to talk about is the bass tone. So for the bass tone, you just take your whole entire hand and you just play it right in the middle of the drum. Alright, next one is the open tone. For the open tone, you take your fingers and kind of spread them apart. Not close together, but spread them apart a little bit more, and you just play on the, kind of on the outside. So open tone, or the bass tone was in the middle. Open tone is kind of towards the edge. And then slap tone. So for the slap tone, I'm not really going to be able to play it on my little hand drum, since the djembe, the body of the djembe and the shape really makes the slap tone. But for this one, again, you take your fingers and you put them a little closer together, and this one is right on the rim or the edge of the drum, and you pretty much, like the name calls it, is a slap tone. You just slap the edge of the drum. So for our challenges here, you see that there's an easy, a medium, and then a hard challenge. So if you want, if you're in 3rd grade, you can focus on the easy challenge. If you're in 4th grade, you can focus on the medium challenge, and if you're in 5th grade, you can focus on the hard challenge. So let's go through all of them: easy, medium, and then hard. So for our first easy challenge, let's take a look and watch this short video for our challenge. Alright, so let's listen to our first easy challenge for our djembe, and if you're in 3rd grade, this one is going to be for you.
Here's challenge number 1. Bine, studies drums and percussion at university. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, so this time I'm going to play it again and we're going to finish watching it, but let's look at his hands and remember back to those 3 different types of playing the djembe that we talked about. Let's look and watch his hands, listen for those 3 types. Remember, we had bass tone, that's in the middle. We had open tone, that's on the side with your fingers open, and then we had slap tone where you're pretty much slapping the edge of the drum. So let's listen again for that. Alright, I'm going to pause it. And now let's look down at the bottom here. So after you've learned this challenge, click here to reveal a musical map of what you just played. Alright, so as you can see, we have the bass, the mid, and the slap. Alright, so for our challenge, I'm going to show you how to play on the drum first, and then we're going to do some body percussion. So we're going to start, we have 4 tas on the bass, and we're going to switch hands. So we're going to do ta, 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 ta 4 times just on the bass. And then we're going to go to the mid. So open your hands just with your 4 fingers on the outside. Ta, 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 ta. And then after that, the red, we have our slap. So we're going to slap the edge of the drum. So we have bass, 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 mid, 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 slap, 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 slap. Ta, 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 ta. Alright, I'm going to put my drum down. And now let's do it with body percussion. So for the bass, we're going to tap on our legs. Ta, 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 ta. For the middle or the green, we're going to clap. Ta, 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 ta. And for the slap, we're going to snap. Ta, 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 ta. So let's do this one together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, 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 ta. And then looking down at the music notes right here, it repeats, and you see that there's that little 3 times. So we're going to repeat through that 3 times. All right, now let's move on to our medium challenge.
Here's challenge number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, I'm going to pause it. Now that you heard the challenge, let's go back and watch his hands. What parts of the drum is he doing? That bass tone, that open tone, or the slap?
3, 4.
Alright, I'm going to pause it. And then let's go down here. Let's reveal what rhythm he just played. So you can see he's doing bass. So we're going to tap on our legs. Bass, clap, clap, bass, clap. Alright, so let's do it again. Tap, clap, clap, tap, clap. T, 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 ta. But he does it a little bit faster. Alright, now I'm going to play that challenge on the drum instead of body percussion. So we're going to do bass in the middle, then mid on the outside, and you could, if you have a drum, you could do this with 2 hands. I'm going to show you how it looks like with 1 hand. So we would do bass in the middle, on the outside, bass, T, 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 ta, T, 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 ta. And you can see this time, there's, again, this is a different type of repeat sign, but this just means that he repeats that rhythm 7 times. Now let's go over to the last one, our hard challenge.
And here's challenge number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, so this one is quite challenging. We're going to go back, listen again. I'm going to break up this pattern into two different parts. So the beginning of the rhythm pattern and then the end of it. So let's listen together. I'm going to tell you which part is the beginning, which part is the end.
And here's challenge number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, so that was the beginning part. Now let's listen to the end part. Pause it, so it restarts here. Here's the beginning chunk. Pause it. Now here's the end chunk of the pattern. Alright, so let's exit from our video. Now let's go back and listen to the music that he just played. Alright, so this one is a little bit tricky. I think I'm going to do it on body percussion first and put my drum down. Alright, so the first part of our rhythm, we have bass, remember, which is tapping on your legs. So we have tap, clap, clap, tap, clap, clap, clap. Okay, let's look at the hard rhythm using body percussion first. So we see the blue, remember blue is tap, green is clap, and then red is snap. So remember those two parts that I said, the beginning part of the rhythm and then the end part of the rhythm? So this first measure before this line is the beginning part of the rhythm. So let's do this, and we have ta, 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 ti, ti, ta. One more time. Tap, clap, clap, tap, clap, clap, clap. Now his goes a little bit faster, so let's do a little bit faster. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, ti, ta. Alright, now let's do the second half. So this pattern is pretty similar to what we have right here, but some of the rhythms are just flipped around. So this one we have tap, clap, 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 or ta, ta, ti, ti, and then we have ta, ta for the snaps. So let's do the second half, part 2. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta, ta. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta, ta. Now a little bit faster. Alright, now let's put the whole entire thing together. The first half and then the second half. Alright, this time I'm going to say it along with the rhythms that we have down here. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, ti. And the last thing we're going to do is listen to some songs or music from Africa. And this song that we're going to listen to today is called Jamuna Simba, and it is just instruments. So let's go ahead and listen to it now.